Name one thing that's better than throwing rocks at people. You can't do it, can ya? This is Rumble, and it's one of the most unique VR games ever made. When I made my first video about this, one of the biggest questions I got was, is it available on Quest? And now I can finally say, yes indeed. The standalone version of this earthbending masterpiece will be coming to Quest devices starting February 24th.
Ooh, that was slick.
I got a chance to play it early and wanted to ensure it was playable even on the old reliable headsets, so I recorded all of the gameplay on my Quest 2, and it had nothing to do with the fact that I don't own a Quest 3.
No.
I think you defeated yourself more than I did, but I'll take it. I was expecting a bit of a visual dip on the standalone version, but for the most part it's identical to its PC counterpart. That's mostly thanks to the simplistic cel-shading art style, allowing for more lightweight rendering, and it also conveniently makes you feel like you're inside Avatar: The Last Airbender. The good one, not the other one. The file size itself is less than 900 megabytes, so it doesn't take up too much room in your storage. I had a steady frame rate throughout, only a little stuttering while I was recording gameplay. After having not played for quite some time, I was worried that I would have to relearn all the mechanics from scratch, but by the power of unconscious muscle memory, I remembered more than half of the moves without really thinking about it. For those who don't know how Rumble works, there are basically no buttons. Everything you do is generated by the placement and sequence of your controllers, making it feel like you're actually practicing real martial arts. How did I get down here? The progression from beginner to whatever I am is naturally paced, and there's a visceral feeling of improving as you get better. Some of these moves include making a rock, making a flat rock, making a cube rock, making a wide rock, making a skinny rock, kicking the rock, punching the rock, telekinetically holding two rocks at the same time to give a forbidden hug,
I missed it.
and so much more. A lot of these moves are pretty easy to learn, but very hard to master. But by seeing what other players are capable of, you'll have plenty of motivation to get better. Oh, it's like a human firework. One of the biggest drawbacks to the game used to be the low player count. But with the launch on Quest standalone headsets, we should see a nice inflow of fresh meat. New excited contestants ready to climb the ladder of progress. You can't climb that ladder, can ya?
Don't think I can, but I could try to,
Oh my goodness.
No.
That was a fair attempt. Now what about corporate ladders?
Yes. I think I'm decent at that.
I'm bad at both kinds of ladders. Even though right now most players you meet are certified experts at the game, the vast majority are happy to adapt to your skill level and share their wisdom. Wow, I'm glad I was standing over here. It's a really delightful community that you might not expect from a bunch of human excavators. Another benefit the Quest version will bring is the elimination of wires. For a game like this, you really don't want to rely on cables tying you up. There's enough to worry about trying to get your movements just right and trying not to punch your ceiling fan without also dealing with a direct connection to a computer. There was a great amount of joy when I realized I could now play Rumble from anywhere instead of just 6 feet from my computer. I promptly went to the nearest four-way intersection to get a session in. In recent updates, many of the environments have been redesigned and an expansive character customization array has been added. This not only makes things feel more personal, now we're talking. It gives you a sense of progression after you've already achieved the top rank, by continuing to gain more points to unlock cosmetic upgrades. This is tough. Do I want to go with papaya? Or peach? Or strawberry? Are all of these based on food? I love it. There are also pretty little shift stones to give you enhanced abilities as well as a unique fashion statement. Now, I've never been proposed to, but if I was, any of these beauties would be valid options. No way, they've got Harvey Dent and Sparky Boom Man? With some games, you can learn everything you need to know in the first few minutes. In others, you'll be learning new things after you're 50 hours in. With Rumble, even after you technically know all the moves, you'll only just be getting started. Rumble is more like a sport than a video game. Your physical accuracy, your limb coordination, your decision making, your reaction time, even your lung capacity all play a role in your success. I don't think any other game has exhausted me like Rumble. If I could physically sweat, this game would turn me into a Gatorade commercial from the 90s. But the interesting caveat is that the better you get, the less you have to try. When you get better at hitting your marks and chaining your combos on the first attempt, you won't drain your energy as fast. I am nothing more than a minor inconvenience to you. With enough time and practice, you'll be able to find the shortest distance between poses to gain the competitive edge. There's always a slight advantage when you're the match host, but overconfidence and overcomplication can be anyone's downfall. And there I go again. At least it's a cool looking gutter. When I was doing my recordings for this, I wanted to get more matches to showcase the different maps and character variations, but good gravy, I was spent. Even after resting for a couple days, I tried to do another session and I could barely run in place. Similar to games like The Thrill of the Fight, the more I play, the less I can play. It's the ultimate sick joke of bodily exertion. First, your body tells you to exercise more and eat fewer quesadillas, and then after you exercise and eat only 2 or 3 quesadillas, it screams at you to stop moving and do literally anything else for a few days. I think the reason I love putting time into this is because it scratches the itch that we all have to throw heavy objects at someone 20 feet away from you. The fact that it makes you crave a gallon of water is all the more evidence that your effort is validated. Oof. The port over to Quest headsets has been in the works for a long time, and from the few hours I spent with it, I can say it's exactly what you'd hope for. Just like the PC version, it has quick loading, distinct visuals, and sound design that's so crunchy it makes you want to grab a mouthful of minerals and chow down.
Ooh, nice.
The devs are some of the nicest folk I've ever interacted with, and you can tell that geological destruction is their true passion. With more players jumping on the train, things should only get better. If I could add anything more to the wish list, it would be to add a new map where you fight on the side of a volcano during a solar eclipse, but aside from that, I'm pretty satisfied. If you've been waiting for this standalone version to come out, you will not be disappointed. And if you've never heard of this game until now, your expectations are probably non-existent, so you'll definitely not be disappointed. Why is this so intimidating? It's like a giant chocolate bar walking over to me. Just remember, this is very much the type of game that will not click right away. You'll likely struggle. You'll be disappointed at your body's inability to do the right moves in the right way. But when things start falling into place, and you can react through instinct alone, that's when you'll understand. That's when you'll become one with the rock. Because what are we but little rocks floating on bigger rocks, orbiting warm rocks, until we're finally ejected from our collection of rocks and drift into the great nothingness, hitting only the occasional small rock. Yeah. Are you gonna pick up Rumble on the Quest? If so, keep a lookout for someone named Dirt the Gamer. He's not very good, but he tries his best.